Well, RQ can fall back into the usual. They can opt for the quirky matchup. Of course, you outrange again the Lucian, especially once you get
Denial.
Meng.
Let's see.
Is he gonna? Oh, he's gonna
there-
challenge. Yes, he's gonna. It's just too bad that Rengar is banned, so we
Right.
can't see the Kha'Zix and Rengar matchup. But Kha'Zix, rather Kai'Sa, is gonna possibly get picked up by Tactical. This has been a staple by Marky actually back in the summer season. And looks like the Lucian Nami may be available for RRQ.
Lucian will not go through. It's gonna be Corki. They're hovering over Corki right now to go up against the Kai'Sa. I like that. Oh, but they're gonna go for the Fizz first, and this is RQ flexing now. They're gonna go for. I think this is gonna be a jungler Fizz, or
Could be. It could be. It fits the bill. It fits Chaz's playstyle. He wants to be an assassin jungler.
Right.
Unless this is Helios in the mid lane. And then we get to see Hex on the Galio support. And we could possibly see another jungle pick. But Zed is going to be in the mid lane. And now Darius as well for top side. Kuragas
mid.
Oh, wait.
Renekton.
Oh, it is. We'll see. We'll see. It still could be a Fizz jungle, just as you mentioned. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right.
Unless Helios, Fiora. He played that in the summer season.
Right, he did.
I
Alright.
love it.
Interesting. But yeah, this is RQ. This is what we talked about. They have the confidence right now, and they already have game number 1. And with the confidence in that game 1, you are allowed to experiment in game number 2, not really give off so much information for the entire competition. So this is them trying out something else and showing the competition that they can go with this. There we go. Renekton, Fizz, Fiora, Lucian, Galio. Still a very, very good lineup right here. GRINDSKY is going to go for the Darius going up against a Renekton. That could be, I would say, pretty almost equal. With Kha'Zix on to the side of GRINDSKY, this is going to be very interesting. Who will have the better Kha'Zix game? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Rift. Welcome to game number 2. GRINDSKY Esports on the blue side once again. RRQ on the red side. Early game. Again, 3 champions here from RRQ just to help clear the wave, and these should be off to their lanes after this one.
They're just trying to get... Actually, it could be a lane swap. As we can see that Yato is already at the bottom portion of the map.
Okay.
And it is most likely a threat because Fizz, Yato... It's already a -1 in the death mark. He can't exactly put the death mark on Chaz because of, again, the way that Fizz moves is he's able to sort of cancel that out. You prop the what do you call this? Animation and invulnerability, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. So this is going to be a Fiora versus Zed matchup.
Right, definitely. Interesting. It's a 1-3-1 lineup for both sides. All right, at the top side, this is what I want to see from GRINDSKY. They want to get into Hyde's skin at this point in time, but Hyde was prepared for that. Will be able to escape. Still 0-0 rotation is going to be wasted on that Gragas.
That is going to be an attempted gank for sure. Rather a 1v1. We talked about this before. Level 1 is very important. Level 3 is where Hyde is supposed to win.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, Kha'Zix is in the area. Rift Scuttler is already available. So we are going to be seeing that in the map. All right, I think Hyde spots this one out, but Meng will be able to sniff that one out. And Meng will get the first blood. At the very least, this is going to GRINDSKY. You mentioned that earlier. You need to take over this early game, especially up against a Renekton. And so far, so good for GRINDSKY Esports.
That's what, twice today where that brush where, top laners in general wanted to port back and then they get killed by someone. And it is unfortunate, but that's definitely GRINDSKY welcoming that they get first blood. Especially if this goes to Meng on this Kha'Zix. So they definitely want more gold on the board for him to be extra effective on this scary cockroach, I suppose. Even getting that Krugs? No, he's not getting the Krugs. He's just standing on the brush. He's waiting for something.
All right, at the top side, once again, Bo is going to be here, and so is Meng. But Hyde is quick on his feet this GRINDSKY team right now is focusing on the top side. They don't really want that Renek to really do a snowball for Team RRQ, and that's so far the case for GRINDSKY. They're doing it well, but they're spending so much resources on that, so that could bite them back in the later part of the game. Right? So 1-0, 3 minutes in. It's still GRINDSKY on top of this game.
Yeah, this is a complete reset for them. I mean, GRINDSKY, they were winless so far in the fall season, and this is looking to be like, we are unfazed. This is fine. We can get the early game.
Oh, the taunt is going to be connecting on to two champions. Chaz will be a tad bit too late. The Chum the Waters will not connect, and GRINDSKY will be able to escape with their lives in that initiation. But RRQ is starting to make moves all over the map at this point. This is good for RRQ. The top side, let's see, the stun is going to be connecting onto Majo. Majo is not going to connect onto that apprehend, so Hyde will go in for the fight, but so far it's Majo who has priority at the top side.
They wanted to get that level at least because Majo was one level ahead. They want this dive in though.
Yeah, and there it is. They are going to go in once again, but this time Hero's entrance is going to be there. The taunt is going to be connecting out to three champions. Oh my god, Majo has three champions on top of him, and he is going to go down just like that. Marky with a beautiful calling right there, and Bo takes a lot of damage right there too, and that's another kill for the Fiora, and this will open up the map for RRQ, and just like that, they are back in this game.
Perfect timing and well read at that. Hex was already, lying in waiting for GRINDSKY to make the next attempt on Hyde's life. But this time, there's the hero's entrance, and then that triple man taunt from Hex was just so good. It's set up for the follow-up of the rest of RRQ. They're able to get kills. They're able to get objectives as well, such as the Rift Herald. In the meantime, GRINDSKY, in response, this is a good consolation prize. We get the Dragon over here, the Air Drake, for more of that roaming potential that they want to use to isolate members away on RRQ side.
Yeah, and that's very useful for GRINDSKY Esports. At the very least, they got the Cloud Drake, and we know that Darius is very dangerous. If he has movement speed already in the game, he can go into the backlines easy and dish out so much damage onto the backlines of RRQ. So that could be something going in favor of GRINDSKY Esports. Meanwhile, at the mid, pressure is on for both sides right now. RRQ will get priority, but there is not going to be any engage. Once again, RRQ does have the Rift Herald. They're going to be using it for the bottom side. So first turret is available right here. Hyde is going to be able to sniff the rotation out from the top side, so he's going to be okay. RRQ gets the first turret down. GRINDSKY will get a trade, but extra gold on RRQ.
Yeah, that's a 2k gold lead on RRQ side. It is not a significant lead just yet. But the biggest question is, will they be able to get Yato on the board? Will they be able to get Meng on the board as well? There's also the option of Majo also getting that snowball potential.
Well, that thought, I think there's going to be a fight right here. Big catch right there separates the team. And here comes the fight. GRINDSKY Esports will initiate it, but already off the bat, Hyde is already dead before he can do anything at that fight. Chaz will take a lot of damage himself, so will be forced to go back home, and GRINDSKY will come on top of that 1-0 trade, but it is the bottom side that is already very low at this point.
Yeah, it is. That Rift Herald doing a lot of work because GRINDSKY decided to, go towards the mid lane because RRQ was basically trying to force that out, and this is the response. They took a while in that fight. Now, basically, the inner tower is one blow away. It's going to be very important because there's the Infernal Drake. Gonna be spotting.
All right, let's see a 2v2 action right here. Let's see. Oh, Frieza's going to be joining the fray right here. So this becomes a 3v3. This is more interesting at this point. Let's see. Bo will back away when they saw Chaz in the area. So that is a wise disengage right there. There's going to be a death bush right here. And that is Helios going down. GRINDSKY now has the numbers advantage, but Fizz will be able to play his way out of trouble, but that's still GRINDSKY evening the board at 7 minutes and 40 seconds in.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're checking or crossing out things that makes RQ scary. Number one, isolate hide. He hasn't been getting the lane that he wanted. Oh no!
Let's see. Bo body slams in. I think that was a misclick right there. That can't be very sure. But Marky dishing out a lot of damage with the culling right here. They're gonna go for the chase right here. But here comes Majo. And here comes everyone from GRINDSKY Esports. Zed sends out ultimate onto Marky. Marky, he will be okay this time. So only one casualty. That's gonna be the support of the side of RRQ. And that they can live with that. Only Hex going down. But still, GRINDSKY Esports slowly chipping away from the lead. And look at that, just a 200 gold lead left on RQ.
Yeah, this is... look at that, though. Meng and Yato are mirroring themselves when it comes to build. So their spikes are going to be very similar. Especially after, I suppose, they get that Black Cleaver. And they're going to be absolutely scary. The Death Brushes are one of their keys to catch RRQ off guard. They didn't really see that coming. Hide a little bit alone. Now, biggest question is who gets the Infernal Drake? Because this is very important. They want the damage. They want the extra damage. Chaz wants that extra damage. Helios and Marky. There's just so many damage dealers from RRQ. Especially Hyde didn't exactly win his lane because he got camped 24/7 and now Infernal Drake has spawned.
All right, there it is. Drake is already being started by GRINDSKY Esports, but RRQ is in the area, so GRINDSKY Esports will not want a piece of that dragon just yet. Chum the Waters is going to be connecting right here, but no follow-up just yet because of the threat of Hex right there on the side. Here we go. GRINDSKY Esports is just going to slide onto the mid turret. They will get priority, and now they are back onto the Drake. Let's see, everyone wants to fight this time. Zed will go focus onto Chaz. Chaz already very chunked down, will not be able to join this fight effectively. Let's go, Meng. Hero's entrance is going to be used right here by Hex, but GRINDSKY Esports, Meng is already dead, but two champions on RQ though. GRINDSKY is already winning this one. Kaisa gets a double kill, so that's very good for Tactical at this point, and now they are headed towards the Infernal Drake, and they will take this as their reward. GRINDSKY Esports winning this one at 10 minutes in.
Exactly, this is absolutely insane because we are so close to seeing, again, remember, RRQ undefeated, even when it comes to games. And GRINDSKY is doing it. We talked about that before. What are the potential weaknesses? We haven't exactly seen. But looking at RRQ losing, what, 2 fights in a row and GRINDSKY coming up on top, this is something to take note of. Meanwhile, RRQ, I believe this is the first time we've ever seen them hesitate in the fall season. And this is such a huge, huge deal, especially GRINDSKY, winless so far in the fall season. They are very, very close to making this statement, at least for this game for now.
That's what I like from GRINDSKY right now. They're not giving up. They're hungry. Even if this is just a win for them, they are doing their best at this point. We saw the adjustments in the early game, and it's doing well for them at this point. And now they are up 2K in this game at 11 minutes in. That Infernal Drake that they got earlier, that's going to be paying dividends for them the later parts of the game, because if you look at the game right now, we're at 11 minutes in. It's pretty even. So in the late, this will surely go into the late game, and that percentage increase in their damage will definitely help them in the next in the late game team fights.
Yeah, Tactical is going to be insanely scary on this Kaisa for sure, especially dubbed the late game queen is the Kaisa. So RRQ, they do have solutions for that, I suppose. They do have the Fizz, they do have Helios, but the biggest question is, will they be able to reach Tactical with so much safety? I mean, you have the Killer Instinct for the shields, and you do have the disengage coming from Bo. We'll see what the next step is going to be, because RRQ is now very reserved in this game. It's so different.
Upside. All right, hold that thought. Top side, Chaz, Chum the Waters is going to be connecting onto Yato, but there's no follow-up right here. RRQ is not yet confident in their team fights at this point. But that's enough to really push GRINDSKY off of their aggression earlier at the top side.
That definitely, I mean, there's no summoner spells even used in the Chum the Waters attempt. And Helios pretty much stuck on split push duty. We'll see if RRQ can open up the map now because looking at the situation, GRINDSKY, there's only Yato going at top side. They're setting up a death brush here, and I think they know what's up because they've already exited the brush.
Right. Let's see. Zed will be here to try to defend this one, but it's not going to be enough. Top turret is still going to go down at the bottom side. Good pressure by GRINDSKY, and they're going to take a turret themselves at the top side. Good attempt by GRINDSKY right here. Void Seeker is going to connect onto Chaz, so they know where Chaz is, but RRQ will just disengage at this point. It was a very good setup right here, but GRINDSKY is very wise at this game number 2.
They keep moving around. They're trying to find targets here and there as well. If RRQ focuses on another lane, GRINDSKY is going to go to the opposite.
Right. But anyways, here, there is going to be a fight. Let's see, just testing everyone's firepower at this point. But yeah, very good point. Yato is doing his best on the split bush duty right here. But Hyde is doing his best to really respond on the opposite side. So really, it's a stalemate at this point. But still, it's a 7-4 in favor of GRINDSKY. Just a 1k gold lead. So this game is still really close at this point.
They're looking at their power spikes for sure. I mean, Marky would definitely need more. We'll have to see if that Navoris will follow suit. Chaz, though, I feel like he's set. He does have that Rabadons on the board already, and as well as a Lich Bane. So, a cycle through his skills, he's gonna definitely hurt, especially if you combine it, if the Chum the Waters hurt. So, for that maximum damage output. Look at Bo, though, he's just standing around, being a human board. But for now, Ocean Drake has spawned, though this is the next fight. Helios, though, is at top side, so this is a 4v5 situation.
All right, let's see. This is GRINDSKY's confidence right now. Whoa, no, that's going to be a very good catch by Majo. The Charm the Waters is going to be used right there. Kaisa is going to take the dragon down in favor of GRINDSKY. Esports hero interest is going to be used right here, but Kaisa is already dead. This is looking bad for GRINDSKY. They will have to run away. Bo already very low. Next target is going to be Majo. Majo will be taken down. Kha'Zix, though, has his eyes on Hex, but here comes Cavalry. Meng, try to run, my friend. I think it's going to be okay. No. That is a very big chase right there by Helios, and Helios will take the jungler down. And would you look at that? It's another Oppo ace in favor of RRQ, and they will take the Baron, I believe so, as their dessert in this win. 8-9 RRQ.
I was wondering why Helios wasn't dying. He had the death stands on his inventory. Imagine 4 people attacking him, and he is still pretty much alive and well and survived the onslaught of GRINDSKY's. Again, focusing as they focused him as his primary target, and he did a good job. GRINDSKY were very distracted because of Helios being there. The rest of RRQ can easily follow suit. And now, GRINDSKY, despite having all 3 dragons, but losing that fight is definitely not a good sign. We're seeing now more items on the board as well. For GRINDSKY, triple Zonia's Hourglass. Just to see, not really just to see, just to try and counter it in case Chaz goes in, then you do have that Zonia's to buy some time. Also, they're assassins, so if they dive in,
like this one right here at the top side, this is connected into the late game. Hyde will be forced to use the stasis right here. Hyde is still successful in taking down the top turret with the dominance. On the bottom side, there is going to be a catch right here. Let's see. Meng, you're in a tight spot, my friend. Oh, that's big damage right there coming from Marky, and they will take the cockroach down. There are 2 champions dead. On GRINDSKY Esports, can RRQ capitalize on this advantage that they have? Bottom turret is already down. They are now sliding onto the mid turret. Another champion goes down. No, that was Chaz going down, so that's something where GRINDSKY at the very least. Mid turret taking a pounding from the carriage right here. 600, 500. 400.
The cannon minion, though.
Done.
Oh, it's still alive.
One more. There it is. That is mission accomplished for RRQ. They got a 2-for-1 trade and 2 inhibitor turrets. That's a big paycheck going into their economy. Now we're looking at a 7k gold lead in favor of RRQ.
was, this is the one of these exact moments of the tables have turned in an instant. After the fight over that Ocean Drake, it just went haywire for GRINDSKY. And now RRQ, look at Helios, he's massive, 613 already. Even a Sterax, if the Death Stance earlier could, assisted in his survivability against 4 people focusing him down, and this Sterax will be, infinitely help him survive when GRINDSKY decides to focus him again. And now Sterax as well being picked up for Hyde. So now they're going to be those pseudo tanks that will just hammer down the front line and be that distraction as the rest, like Shaz and Marky, do their thing as carries.
All right, definitely. It's going to be very interesting. This Hyde right here is going to be very, very scary. At the top side, that pressure from Fiora with that split push is really scary at this point. And look at that. Elder Drake at 20 seconds. RRQ has control all over the map. This is going to be very scary for GRINDSKY Esports if they're going to get caught out right here. Meng is going to start the fight though. No, and RRQ Hex will just get away.
He's going to be fine, as they were afraid of the isolation, I suppose. So Hex readily ran towards his comrade to make sure that Meng doesn't get that damage bonus. Look at the fight, though, in the jungle.
Oh, Chum the Waters, and that's the power of Stasis right there. It really nullifies the Chum the Waters power right here. But Bo is going to be caught up with the Croc, but the Croc will not engage here. 1v1 action right here onto Helios. Helios, you are in the wrong side of the neighborhood, my friend. Slam dunk by Banjo, and that is Helios down. Numbers advantage in favor of GRINDSKY Esports. The Drake is going to be started by RRQ. Oh, good zone right there by Marky. Let's see if this will go into the favor of GRINDSKY Esports. John the Waters is not going to be connecting right here onto the backside. Majo taking a lot of beating right here, but the Dragon is the focus of GRINDSKY Esports, but they're not taking it down so fast. Sonic is going to be connecting right here, and there it is. Bo goes down, and the fight will be messy. Stasis is going to be used right here by Tactical. The Death Mark is going to be used also. There are 3 champions left on GRINDSKY Esports. This is a messy fight.
1v2,
only
1v1.
one champion left for both sides. I thought it was GRINDSKY who will come on top, but with the cleanup of Marky, that will even things out. 13 to 15 on the board.
Minions!
The Nexus, I think Darius has. No, I don't think so. 500, 200, done. That's game over. Are you kidding me? What was that, Riku?
Oh dear, it's the minions.